viewers, and welcome to the Voice of UPSA News Network, coming to you live from our campus studios. This is your trusted source for campus news and community news. My name is Michaellina Sabbah.
And I'm Agyen Oheneba. As the sun goes down and as the day winds down, we are here to keep you informed, educated, and updated with everything that goes on across UPSA and our community as well.
So, wherever you are watching us from, sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let's take you through major events shaping UPSA and beyond.
It is a full evening news full of interesting stories you wouldn't want to miss. Now, the news headlines. Voice of UPSA team pays a courtesy call on Vice Chancellor Professor John Obeng.
Tackling tax revenue leakage in Ghana, a public dialogue at FAF UPSA.
The National Service Authority, NSC, hosts successful orientation to prepare UPSA final year students for national service.
UPSA election 2025, UPSA students exercise their democratic rights amidst petition over results.
Management team for University of Professional Studies visits former rector, Reverend FRJJ Martin.
UPSA commitment to supporting the Ghana Adango people.
Lifestyle feature, the key to health happiness.
Now the news in details. The Voice of UPSA media team made a remarkable move towards deeper institutional collaboration by paying a courtesy call on the Vice Chancellor, Professor John Mensah.
During the meeting, the team discussed their vision to enhance student journalism, strengthen campus engagement, and boost UPSA's brand through positive storytelling. Professor Mauto applauded the team's passion and reaffirmed the university's full support, encouraging students to continue using social media as a tool for creativity, education, and inspiration.
In turn, the Voice of UPSA team expressed their deep appreciation and pledged to shine a spotlight on the many activities, talents, and vibrant culture that defines UPSA.
Right from that, we move on to tackling tax revenue leakages in Ghana. Tax revenue leakages remain a pressing challenge for Ghana's economy, and on April 25th, the Faculty of Accounting and Finance at UPSA hosted a powerful public dialogue to tackle this issue.
Experts, policymakers, and students gathered to explore the root causes of revenue loss, highlighting the informal economy, weak enforcement, and lack of taxpayer education as critical factors.
The dialogue generated strong recommendations, including better enforcement, national campaigns for taxpayer education, and creating a culture of voluntary compliance.
It's another proud moment for UPSA, standing at the forefront of conversation that matters most to Ghana's financial future.
Right from taxpaying, next on our list is the National Service Authority. With the next chapter fast approaching, the National Service Authority has successfully organized an orientation for UPSA's final year students.
Held at the Kofi Kunobi Auditorium, the section armed students with the vital information about national service process, from registering procedure to updates on allowances and military training initiatives.
Students were encouraged to view national service not as a burden, but as a golden opportunity to develop leadership skills, build communities, and impact the nation positively.
The section ended with a strong message that UPSA students are poised to become not just participants, but change makers in Ghana's future.
Right from that, we move on to UPSA's election 2025. Democracy was in action at UPSA as the Information Technology Student Association, UPSA, conducted its eagerly awaited 2025 elections.
The election saw strong online participation, with Gerard Nibwedu Gogo narrowly defeating his opponent with 53% of the vote. Other winners include Incansa Leslie Kwekujan as the Vice President and Alberta Tobichi as the Women's Commissioner.
However, the elections were not without a hitch. A formal petition has been lodged regarding some election procedures with student authorities currently investigating. But as it stands, we really don't know whether it has been approved or accepted by management.
Nonetheless, the high voter turnout and passion participation clearly show that the spirit of leadership and democracy is alive and thriving at UPSA. Now we move straight forward to management's visit to former rector, Reverend Fr. J. Marty. UPSA continues to honor its proud history as the Vice Chancellor Professor Mauto and the management's delegation paid a heartfelt visit to Reverend Fr. J. Marty, a former rector and a major architect at UPSA early growth.
Reverend Marty shared invaluable lessons from his leadership journey, emphasizing the power of respect, inclusion, and strategic delegation for sustainable success.
The meeting served not just a trip down memory lane, but as a bridge connecting UPSA rich past students to its bright future.
Now, from that, UPS's commitment to supporting the Ga Adangbe people is our next story. In show of continued commitment to the inclusivity, UPSA reaffirmed its support for the Ga Adangbe people through an expanded scholarship initiative.
During a visit to the Nungwal Traditional Council, Vice Chancellor Professor John Kweku Mawuto announced efforts to boost educational access for the Gan Adangbe students under the Gan Adangbe Scholarship Scheme.
Such initiatives highlighted UPSA's dedication to social equity, ensuring that talent, not background, determines access to opportunity.
Now we move straight to lifestyle feature, the key to health and happiness. In a world of increasing complexity, living a balanced and a healthy lifestyle is more important than ever.
In his insightful feature, Emmanuel Nkunu outlines how proper nutrition, physical activity, emotional intelligence, work-life balance, and a strong sense of purpose can transform lives.
Whether it's reducing stress, building resilience, or simply finding more joy in everyday life, making positive lifestyle choice is a key investment in our everyday life.
And as UPS students and future leaders, it is a lesson we must take seriously.
We shouldn't always eat and sleep. Sometimes just go to the gym, hit the gym, and build your body up.
Now, this article was being featured by Emmanuel Nkunu. Up next is VOU Sports Bars with Meshach Opari Thompson.
Good evening once again and welcome to Voice of UPSA Sports Bars. My name is Thompson Opari Meshach and I'll be taking you through some sporting events that happened over the weekend. Now let's start with what happened during the Copa del Rey. We all know that Barcelona beat Real Madrid by 3 goals to 2 in extra time. People are asking what happened to Real Madrid. We all know that at the starting of the first half, Real Madrid were playing as if they haven't played for some time. They haven't trained before the game. They were playing very poorly. I don't know whether it was a coaching tactics that they were using to beat Barcelona. During the second half, they came all out, and you can see they were putting pressure on Barcelona. And Barcelona couldn't soak the pressure, and they conceded. But there was a comeback in the comeback. Barcelona, at the end of the game, beat Real Madrid by 3 goals to 2 and became the champions of Copa del Rey. In the English Premier League, Liverpool beat Tottenham by 5 goals to 2, which means that Liverpool have 20 league titles added to their name. When it comes to the Premier League, they have 2 Premier League, which means that they can't chat with Manchester United fans when it comes to Premier League. Elsewhere, in the Coppa Italia, AC Milan beat Inter Milan by 3 goals to 0, on aggregate 4 goals to 1. AC Milan have booked their place in the finals of the Coppa Italia. The Italian Serie A, Napoli won by 2 goals to 0 against Torino, and Inter Milan lost by 1 goal to 0 to AS Roma. Now, which means that Napoli lead Inter Milan by 3 points. Elsewhere in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have can I say, they have their hands now on the trophy. They have their hands now on the trophy. They are one game away from becoming the Bundesliga champions, which means that Hurricane will be getting his hands on his first ever trophy in his playing career or in his footballing career. Carlo Ancelotti is set to leave Real Madrid, joining the Brazilian men's national team at the end of this season. During the 2026 World Cup, Carlo Ancelotti will be the new head coach of the Brazilian men's team, which means that he will be reuniting with his school son, that is Vinicius Jr. And Hendrik should forget about joining the national team because even in the club side, he's not even getting playing time. Then how much more the national team? That's all for Sporting News. My name is Thompson Parry Meshak, and I hand over to the news team.
That was Meshak Thompson, our sports analyst for tonight. And that will be the end for tonight's bulletin on the Voice of UPSA News Network.
I don't go too far, the stories never stop. And tomorrow is a brand new chapter. We are here to cover for you.
Remember, stay informed means stay ahead. Be part of the conversations that are happening tomorrow.
And tonight's news bulletin was proudly sponsored by Nandville, your number one stop quality for money services.
My name is Oheneba, Obeng, and I'm doing this with
Michaellina.
Voice of UPSA.
Stay informed.
Stay ahead.